It's Melissa and Laura here to teach all of you all about filters, everything you could ever wanted to know, and so much more. First of all, filters are things that block sites that a school might deem inappropriate for students or things that they should not have access to while at school. Filtering what websites students have access to has its cons. For an example, at one school Laura went to, a dictionary was filtered out of the system because it had inappropriate words in it, and the administration did not want the students having access to those words. However, when filtering out that particular technology, it meant that the students could never use that online dictionary for anything at all, even looking up appropriate words. Another problem filtering websites presents in the classroom is the fact that a lot of times teachers or even students want to show other students something educational on YouTube, like a video of a science experiment or something they might not be able to recreate in their own classroom, but because there are inappropriate videos on YouTube and it's difficult for teachers to make sure that students are only viewing appropriate videos, YouTube usually gets filtered out, which can definitely detriment a student's learning. Another problem that filters present is the fact that students can get around them. Students inevitably change how they approach using the computer, or they find other ways to distract themselves that are sites that aren't blocked, and it sort of becomes a challenge type game for the students, which is definitely not the purpose of a filter. Another problem filters present is the fact that if students use a website like Flickr or something to upload images or files they might need for a school project, if that website is blocked, then it creates a problem for the student when they try to access those files at school. A final problem filters present is the fact that it doesn't necessarily eliminate the problem of students getting off task or misbehaving in the classroom. It actually encourages them to find another distraction, as we mentioned earlier, with the filters acting as a challenge or a game for the students. It is emphasized that teachers still need to discipline their students to recognize the fact that the computers aren't causing the problem, the students are, and everyone needs to be able to act responsibly when it comes to that sort of a situation. Alright, we talked an awful lot about all the cons to filters, but believe it or not, there are some good things. Filters help protect kids or students from inappropriate or not vetted websites. It helps keep the children from wasting school time on sites like Facebook or YouTube or other things that they don't necessarily need to be on when they're supposed to be getting work done. It provides teachers with more control over what their students can access. Them knowing that students will not be on Facebook or on YouTube allows the teachers to believe their tasks are being focused. And it also gives parents a sense of ease and security that their children are safe when using the computers at school. It's, of course, one of the most important things is that parents feel their students are safe at school, and a big part of that is cyber safety. We've talked an awful lot about the pros and cons of filters, and now it's time for us to give a little insight on what we think could be improved. First of all, to eliminate some cons, maybe give teachers passwords so that they can allow students to have access to YouTube so that they can show their peers experiments or other educational videos that are featured on the website. Filters can be better tailored, that way they only block certain aspects of a website, like the dictionary example we used, maybe only block the bad words and give the students access to other parts of the website. Improve the positive things, ensure that students can't get to bad sites, make sure that filters are smarter than the 5th graders, haha, and make sure you're proactive when it comes to students and potential hazards they may encounter on the internet. And last but not least, it's important to remember that filters do not replace adult supervision when students are using the computers, and it's still important for teachers to be on their A game in the computer lab.